Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 10 of Undrafted, the podcast. I am your co host, Danny In Your Face.
And I'm Coach Mel Tarasi.
And I'm Coach Kev.
And we are your Undrafted podcast crew. Guys, how are you doing this wonderful Sunday?
Man, I'm excited. I'm not even going to lie to you.
Yeah, honestly.
I'm really happy to just sit down with someone who loves the game and loves women's sports. And I just can't wait, to just really dig in deep. And I'm excited. It's a great Sunday for me. How about you, Kev?
No, yeah, I'm excited. Definitely being able to learn, from the game of basketball, like women's basketball and stuff like that, just expanding my knowledge. The respect for women's basketball is high, at least for
Yes,
me.
sir.
So just learning from a pro and a pro at the highest level, that's just it's just beneficial for us, you know what I mean?
Man, for real.
I'm excited too because we all get to sit down finally. It's been a while since all three of us have been here. So I'm excited for
sure.
Kev, I'm glad everything out in California is seems to have been going well. We're still very excited and waiting for you to get back here and just bless us with your knowledge. But yeah, man, I'm excited.
Yeah, for sure, man. Kevin, tell us a little bit about what was happening. Yeah, tell us.
It's been good. It's been good. Just trying, like how you guys said, just soak everything in and learn as much as I can, to try to be, successful. And whenever, we start our thing, and it's definitely been a blessing. The Hoop House family has definitely treated me well. So I can't complain.
All right.
Nice.
That's awesome. So awesome, man. And then Coach Danny, I see that we're wearing our merch. So if any of you guys are interested in trying to support our new podcast as well, we do have our hats and beanies. As you can see, we have them for nice $25, as well as our caps running in different colors for $30. If you're interested in supporting us and as well all of our guests that have been on the podcast, go ahead and show some love and support below and hit us up on the DMs. We'll get you guys right. All right. Thanks again. Before we bring her in, let's go ahead and give her a nice introduction to our show. Our guest today on episode 10 is Erica McCall, who is a Bakersfield, California native and a professional basketball player for the Washington Mystics. She has previously played for the Minnesota Lynx, the Atlanta Dream, and was drafted in 2017 by the Indiana Fever. She seems to have stayed in the California area pretty much her whole life, her early life, as she also attended the University of Stanford. And so she also played at Ridgeview High School, and she's also a gold medalist for the USA U16 national team.
Hey.
Her fans know her as a versatile and high energetic athletic forward who also shows her abilities on both ends of the floor. She's also known for her shot blocking defensive abilities all her career pretty much, and quickness on scoring anywhere on the floor. A couple of fun facts. I didn't know her birthday was also on August 21st, which is my birthday. So that's kind of cool too. Yeah.
Okay.
I also found out too, her sister, which I don't know if you guys can see here. I wish I could zoom in, but I have Candace Dupree and DeWanna Bonner up there. That is her sister. Her sister has played for Phoenix Mercury and the Connecticut Suns. Her father, who seems to be a huge impact as well in all the siblings' lives, as well as her brother. His name is Greg McCall, and he's also the head women's basketball coach at Cal State Bakersfield. So you can really feel basketball truly runs deep in this family, and much respect. And that's just goals, man. Like, I'm excited. This is tight. So let's further ado. Let's bring her in. This is Miss Erica McCall. How are you, madam? Let's get you full front and center.
How are you doing today?
How are you doing? So again, thank you, Erica, for joining us. We're so excited, and we really just want to go ahead and, we know your time is precious. We know you're grinding out there in Hungary, and we know we're just excited to just really dig in deep and get to know you. So the first question we would like to ask you to jump into the podcast is, what does the word undrafted mean and signify to you?
The word undrafted and unsignified. Wow, that's a great question. First, I guess for undrafted, although I was a drafted player, technically, but for myself, it's just that person who is, like the hidden gem. I feel like always throughout my career, I've been like the hidden gem. Never would consider myself like the best player on the court, but I was always doing the extra stuff to help me stand out the best as I could. And sometimes, we're all not recognized for what we think we're great at and what we think that we best do to our abilities. But that's okay, because when the time does come, we are recognized. It's a beauty to shine our light out there. And to be able to do that, I think I've done that throughout my career. Even like being like, I was the only person in my draft class that I went to the draft that was drafted in the second round. So it was like a super uncomfortable feeling. So in a sense, I kind of feel that feeling of being undrafted, although I was drafted and I'm super blessed for it. But being that second round player and everyone else, was first round, I was just sitting around waiting for everyone to come. So in a sense, I kind of feel like that hidden gem, and I hope that I can be, that gem for the teams that I play on.
Man, that's so crazy. Okay.
For real. And then, so you said basketball, you weren't necessarily the best all the time, but you worked hard. Now, and it seems that you play with a lot of passion, and that's something I love. Who instilled this passion in you?
Oh, for sure. You guys mentioned my father and my sister, definitely them, like we say, we have this saying in our family, it's called "It's in the blood." And we're just, a big basketball family. So it's been instilled in me since I was a little girl. I really fell in love with the game when I was around 8 or 9 years old. And from there, watching my sister play, see how she balled out, and she just plays with so much energy, so much passion. When people see that she plays, like, they just see she's like a different player. So
she's
watching
fiery.
her,
She's fiery.
that girl is amazing. So watching her just gave me my energy for the game. And so I really try to resemble a lot of what her game represents, which is love for the game, passion for the game. And so when people see that, I hope they can see that in me. Hope that we resemble our game in some type of way, seeing that we're sisters. So, and you said, fun fact, your birthday's on the 21st. My sister's birthday is also on the 21st, August 21st. So
what?
We got triplets in the house.
Hey,
that's what's up.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know. Okay, cool. So with that being said, Erica, I wanted to quickly ask you, why do they call you Bird? Real quick.
Okay. So I got my name from when I was at Stanford. I got my Stanford shirt on right here. So we had two Ericas on my team. So I needed a nickname. I was the freshman. She was a junior. So Chanae, we were in strength conditioning. And Chanae just called me Bird, like, okay, Bird. And I was like, is that my new nickname? They're like, yeah, because my last name is McCall. Like, it sounds like a
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Bird.
Okay, cool. Another fantastic fact that you did go to Stanford, and I noticed that you stayed in Cali pretty much your entire early career before you went pro. And so then my thing was, what was it like to play for Coach Vanderveer, especially someone, high respect, still growing the women's game in the Pac-12, what was that like to play for her? And what did you learn that you still, use today in your games and much more?
Yeah, absolute blessing to be able to play under Coach Vanderveer, as we call her, just Tara. I guess I'm lucky to call her that because But she's a phenomenal coach. Really took a lot from her game. She's a coach that is all about details, all about the little things. That's something that I've taken after I've graduated from Stanford into my game as a pro that really helped me, because a lot of teams that I played for are all about the particular things, the details. And at Stanford, we're huge on scouting, huge on knowing what our opponent is going to do, that just staying prepared. And so Tara really helped me stay prepared at all times, and I'm always grateful for her.
That's so cool. I appreciate also the block on Notre Dame. I appreciate that a lot as a UConn fan too. I appreciate that a lot. Yeah.
What were you even thinking, like, in that moment? Like, did you know it was coming? Like, okay, I'm about to get this. Like, as soon as she goes up, is that like, what was your mindset?
Yeah, really just a spur of the moment thing. I'm a shot blocker, so I'm going to go for everything. But in the moment, I was just praying that they didn't call a foul because that would have been terrible. I think we were up 1. So, that would have put them up one if she would have made both free throws. So just praying in the foul, but it was a clean block, and Atlanta like picked up the ball luckily, and so that was like definitely the best block of my career. So
and the intensity that follows afterwards, that's one of my favorite things. After she gets a block, oh my goodness,
give me that.
You get me hyped. But that being said, and it's not just for her too. It's other teammates as well. That's one thing I appreciate. Another teammate can make a layup, make a great pass, and she's just as fiery. So that's something I appreciate as well.
Oh, thank you.
My question was pretty much, I guess, going off of what you guys were saying, the intensity and stuff like that. How do you prepare yourself for big games like that, whether in college or at the pro level?
Yeah, it's all a mindset, just staying prepared, knowing that you put in the work, especially when we were at Stanford, knowing that we scouted the team like we did, like crazy. We're going to know like what Asian Wilson is going to do before, she's even going to do it. So just things like that, knowing that we're prepared, and then just having confidence in yourself. That's the biggest thing. Knowing that you're a great player, knowing that you put in your own work with practice with your team and outside of that, and all the stuff you did before when you're a kid, just knowing that this is what you worked for. And so that's what I really really think about when I go into a big game.
Okay.
Is there any big games that kind of stand out that more than others?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, definitely the Notre Dame game, going to the Final Four. The Final Four game, my senior year, was huge when we played against South Carolina. Let me think of another one.
Was there any recent ones also when you were like Minnesota?
Okay, as
when
a
you
pro,
were playing?
as a pro, yeah, for sure. For me, honestly, my first game with Minnesota was really big. I was coming from a different team, from playing with Atlanta for 2 weeks, being with Indiana for 3 years. And so that was like my big game for me to be able to prove myself. And to show them, that I'm a great player, and I fit well with their team. And so for me to be able to perform well in that game was really special for me. To be able to show the team and get respect from the team immediately. So that's definitely a big game for me. Definitely.
Okay. And then how was it like? I know you're a forward post, but as well overseas they possibly use you center and forward post. Did you also get to like learn any really crazy things from Sylvia Fowles? Like,
oh man,
you know what I mean? Like that's just crazy. Like a vet like that. Like, what did you learn or grasp from her?
Sil is just amazing. We call her Mama Sil because she just really treats you like her child, and she's gonna take care of you. Like she texts me when I went to Washington, just telling me good luck and that she has me forever. Just knowing that I'm one of her children forever is amazing. But things that I learned from her, I remember the first time I got to guard her, I was so excited. I'm like, I get to guard Sylvia Fowles. Like this is like the legend right here. And she's so strong. I think that the biggest thing that I learned from Sil was using my strength to my advantage, and being able to hone in on that and also like take my time while I'm using my strength. And so Sil's just, just naturally big, and she knows how to use her strength, and she just I don't know, she just makes it look so easy. And so I really tried to hone in on that. And I think I did because this is my first time in a league where I played center. I played the 5 position. And so I actually really enjoyed it a lot, being able to bang down there, something that I've done like when I was in high school. In college, and then when I played with Indiana, I was more of a 4, so I was kind of more outside on the perimeter. So being able to be down there with the big girls and bang with them, I had a lot of fun. When I first started, like I said, my first practice, I had bruises all over my arms just because she's so strong. So
she's so strong.
Is that transition tough then to make from like? Is there that much of a difference to the normal person?
Yeah. Right. For me, it wasn't that tough just because I play a lot of 5 when I'm overseas. So I'm used to that, like banging. But just coming from the league, being used to the 4 to going to the 5, it's definitely a big transition, I would say, just because it's more physical. And I think with the 4, you have to be a little bit more, what's the word? You have to use your finesse a little bit more, speed a little bit more. And so, you have to kind of translate that to your game. So
like I said, that quickness,
strength and power.
Okay, I was gonna ask you now if we can just rewind just a little bit. I know COVID kind of hit us all in different ways. How did you stay kind of ready right before stepping into the bubble? I know you worked out with your dad, your brother, but like, what kind of things can you do, with all the restrictions they have in place? How did you stay ready?
Yeah, so Cali's like really strict, one of the strictest states in the country. So it was definitely difficult. We didn't have any gyms open. So I had actually a really strict workout plan and nutrition plan that I started once I like got cut from Indiana, like started then and there. So so I worked out with my personal trainer who I met through my best friend. And we worked out Mondays and Thursdays outside at the park. We had like, I like randomly, my aunt randomly had these old weights. They're probably like 20, 30 years old. We had like 2 dumbbells and some bands, and we just used that at the park Mondays and Thursdays. Mondays were usually arm days, Thursdays were leg days. And then on Tuesday, was usually my long distance running day. So I would run 1 mile, 2 mile, 3 mile, just depends on what I was feeling. And then Wednesday was usually my sprints day, or I would do a full body type of workout. And then Friday, we call it full body Fridays. I do that with my best friend. We do like a Nike workout. And Saturday, we called it Sandhill Saturday. So we ran Sandhill sprints.
Man.
That day. And then Sunday was my day off. And so that was my weekly routine until I got picked up. So super grateful for that routine. Yeah.
Man,
you kept me in shape. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are super, super busy, and it doesn't just stop right there. Like we said, you're over in Hungary right now. But my halfway for real question is, where do you find time then to master all of your dance moves? They're mastered to the T. Where do you find the time?
Man, there's a lot of off time we have overseas that I really get to practice my dance moves. I was just practicing before I got on with y'all. So
and yes, who is the best dancer in the family, if you don't mind us asking as well?
Yeah, best dancer in the family is definitely me. Definitely me. It's not even a question. No one's really even close. And then I guess my dad would come after me.
We see he got the moves.
Saw the moves.
Yes, he had some moves in him. Yeah, he used to show me some when I had like junior high school dances. He used to show me some moves I should do at the school dances. Thank God I didn't do them. I think I would have been made fun of. But yeah, I don't know. My cousins used to dance a lot growing up. We used to watch like breaking, a lot of like 80s breakdancing movies. And that's like where I started to love dancing and pop locking and doing all that stuff.
That's what's up. I appreciate it. The Michael Jackson stuff, I'm all there for it. That's my guy.
Oh, thank you. Yes. I love Mike.
Yes. One question that I'm actually interested in asking you is, who did you grow up watching, and have you had the opportunity to play against your role model just yet, or has it happened, overseas or not? What has that been like?
Man, I gotta give the easy answer because I grew up watching my sister. But actually, we never played in a game of 1-on-1 because she grew up in Alabama. When we were kids, and I was in California, so we never really had the opportunity to play against each other 1-on-1. So we play against each other sometimes when we play against each other in the league. But we're not really the same position, so it doesn't happen too much. So
any trash talk that goes on?
Not too much trash talk, but I know when that game of 1-on-1 comes, there'll definitely be some trash talk. I wasn't a big trash talker, but then I started playing with my brother and my dad, my brother's best friend, and they're big trash talkers, so I definitely learned from them. So when we play, I know that game's coming real soon with me and my sister. So when we play, there's definitely gonna be some trash talk.
If you sell tickets for that, let me know, because I'm all in.
Absolutely.
For sure. Okay, cool. I just was interested to know, like, I know she's a shooting guard position, small forward, so that's why I was going to ask you too, like, what differentiate you both, like, when it comes to your game? I know that she's fierce, and I know you're high energetic as well. So like, what is it that you feel like you and your sister are different in your opinion?
First of all, it's obvious we look very different. I mean, our body types are very
Oh,
different. My sister's very, slim and lean. They used to call her Bones in high school. So you can see, we just have different body types. I got more of my mom's body type, which a lot of just thick muscle. So we're different. So we use those to our advantages, though. So my sister, since, she's more of a slasher, into the basket and using her body, like it's tough to guard her because she's just so small.
She's quick,
So, she uses that to her advantage. And for me, I use a lot of my power when I'm down in the post. And she is, I think she's definitely the best shooter in the family. I would say my dad would probably beg to differ, but she has a nice shot. So I'm always constantly working to get there. So, but I think that I have, the best post moves definitely. Fun facts, I'm the smallest person in my family.
Oh, like by height?
By height, which is surprising. My dad's 6'7". Dewana is 6'5". My brother's 6'6". We have a little sister, but she's 6. So we don't really count her right now. I think she's personally gonna be taller than me, but she's she's really tall. But for me, I'm the only post player in my family, and the rest are guards, and I'm the shortest one. So it's pretty interesting that I took to the post. So it's weird.
And did your dad play post too? Then is that where
my dad was a guard too.
Oh, okay. She's 6'7" guard.
He was also questioned like why I went to the post. But he was like, hey, this is what you want to do, so I'm gonna work with you, and thank God he did. So here I am, the best post player in my family.
That's what's up.
Yeah, put a name on that, man. That's what's up. Okay.
What kind of like keys do you personally give to young girls and young women that are trying to get to the level? I mean, I know WNBA, I'm saying that's the biggest level, as guys, we want to get to the NBA, so it's like everybody wants to do it, but, everybody has a different path. So to you, what was beneficial? I know you said, you were working out with your dad and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. What kind of what keys and what kind of clicked for you? And you were like, okay, I can get paid to do this. I can do this for a living.
Right. Yeah. So for me, what I tell little girls and what worked best for me was my hard work, because like I said, I wasn't the best player, but I honed in on the things that I can do. I'm like, I can rebounding is effort, running is effort, blocking shots was one thing that I definitely learned. It's all about timing, but I think I had more of a natural timing when it came to that. But those are the two things that I focused on, and then I learned the rest from my dad. So I was like, it's all about effort for me. What can I do to show out that other people aren't going to do? So that's what I always encourage, young people to do. Dang, I feel old when I say that. Encourage young people to do when they're beginning to play in sports. Just focus on the effort, because a lot of people aren't going to do that. So do what helps you stand out. And then, of course, I kind of, found out, this is something I can get paid for, when I was in college, when I really recognized this is a true passion of mine. This is a true love of mine. And this is something I can get paid for. It was truly a special moment, and made me want to work even harder to get to the league. And here I am, blessed, making money, doing what I love. So no complaints at all.
Man, that's awesome. Cool deal. I was going to ask you too, with all of you said that it takes effort to jump and timing, do all these things. Would you have done another sport?
I tried volleyball. Wasn't very good at it. Everyone's like, really?
Okay.
You're not good at volleyball.
Oh, no.
I wasn't very good at it.
Yeah.
It's a tough sport. You gotta have the timing down, and you gotta be able to hit and spike. Every time I tried to spike, the ball went up instead of down. So
okay.
It really wasn't work for me. But I hate running track. I was pretty good at it. I hated it. My mom ran track in college. Nice. My grandpa ran track in college, made it to the Olympic trials one year. So we also have a big track family. And I was solid at running, but I hated it. I hated
What did
the
you run? What were the?
You seem fast.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
seem
I
very
ran
quick.
the
So
400. I
okay,
ran my mom's events. I ran the 400, the 4x1,
Okay.
okay,
the 200. Yeah. So I ran those like power. I guess they're like more
Yeah.
like power sprints. Yeah. So I
yeah,
ran
Endurance
okay.
those.
sprints. Yeah.
Yes, definitely. That 400's a killer. So
And don't tell me about it. Yeah.
I don't miss it, but I love this track as a sport.
Okay.
Okay.
Definitely like my favorite
Yeah.
sport
Yeah.
outside of basketball. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. That's what's up. Okay, nice, nice. And then Erica, with our last question, we wanted to ask before we get to our last special part of our show, which is the this or that game that we play with you. Yeah, it's a very deep one. I wanted to make sure because not only is it Black History Month, and we're trying to excel women's excellence and empower that more. We wanted to go a little bit deeper in talking about Breonna Taylor, showing respect to that, and Black Lives Matters and more. So we wanted to ask you to describe to the viewers your experience and the overall impact the WNBA had representing Breonna Taylor, BLM, and the fight for equality. Because I mean, everyone talks about it, even with the presidents, candidates, with the whole Atlanta Dream, that thing that went down. Like, I mean, that was historical. And so to have you as a pioneer here is awesome. Like, I mean, it's great to like firsthand hear what is happening in our society today, like what you have done to like inspire us and more. So we just really want to hear you out.
Cool. Yeah, thank you. First, I just want to say I'm so proud to be a part of this league, part of the WNBA, because it's a trailblazing league, doing things that people would never think of,
Yeah.
and just being on the front line of social justice. It's really special to be a part of. I remember I was one of the 4 teams that was a part of the discussion of whether or not we were going to not cancel, but postpone the game after the men's team, after the Jacob Blake
Yeah.
incident. And being a part of that, being part of that discussion, and talking about it with everybody was so special. It was so intense to be a part of, and everyone had different opinions about what we should do. The Washington Mystics, they had made the shirts with the bullets on the back of that. It was crazy. That was crazy to be a part of. So eventually we decided to postpone the game, to stand
Yeah.
with our brothers of the NBA. And then after that, that night we had a meeting with everybody in the league. So everyone in the league, we're discussing about how we wanted to move forward with our push in social justice, our Say Her Name campaign,
Yeah.
and all that. And so it was so powerful to be a part of. Like, it was almost every person. I think probably we had 144 people in the league, and there was probably like 138 people were in that room,
Wow.
in the banquet hall, and we were all discussing on how we wanted to move forward. Did we want to continue to cancel games as a stance for social justice? Did we want to push forward? Ultimately decided that we wanted to push forward because we as women, if we were to cancel the games, it wouldn't do much justice because people are already expecting that from us. And so we wanted to really show our faces to continue to Say Her Name campaign. We were already doing so much and pre-gamed and having different town hall meetings, outside of games and all that good stuff. And so for us to be able to all to come together and decide on what we wanted to do, it was truly special. And once again, I'm proud to be a part of this league, proud of all the leaders that we have, with NECA and Lasia Clarendon, Sue Bird, and Natalie Shanwa. They're all people of the leadership. Kudos to them because they work super hard in getting our platform across. And
Yeah.
it's just a special moment, a special group to be a part of.
Man,
Sure.
that's very powerful. I hope people understand, that it takes a village to continue to push, for in social justice and everything that's happening in the world. So we thank you for using your platform, how you use your profession as well to stand up for, for those that are needing that. And we thank you from behalf of our podcast very much. Yeah.
What would be something that you would tell like yourself now? Like a younger you, seeing everything that you've been through. And it doesn't just have to be basketball related. We just talked about, the BLM movement and how 2020 has been a lot more than just sports. So like everything that you've been through and where you're at right now, which you're a role model for a lot of people, what would you tell, what would an older you tell a younger you? with all the knowledge that you know.
Hindsight is 2020.
Yeah, hindsight 2020. Probably the thing that I would tell my younger self is to embrace adversity, embrace the struggle, because those are the moments that you'll appreciate in the long haul. Man, just looking back at all my struggles that I went through in high school, you know, I had divorced parents. I didn't think that it really had an effect on me. And then coming down the line, like when I get older, you know, I see like some of the effects of me, but I also appreciate a lot of what I went through because it made me a stronger person overall. All the way to college. These are just things outside of basketball. College, I had my first breakup and it was like the worst with my first love. It was the absolute worst. And from there, I learned a lot because in the midst of that, it was my senior year and I was playing like trash in basketball. So I had a combination of a broken heart and just playing terrible and, you know, the most important year of my career going on. So, but that moment made me so much stronger for when I had to go through so much struggle in the league, when I was struggling in the league, and just made me stronger for all these moments, you know, in the league when I got cut. I remember I cried that day, but I remember when I got picked up finally from Atlanta, like a month or so afterwards, I cried tears of joy when I was flying out to Florida. So, you know, just appreciate that grind, appreciate the struggle that you go through because, you know, those moments you'll appreciate in the long haul, in the end, and they'll truly be blessings to you when you look back at them.
Yeah, that's awesome. Amen to that. That's a testimony within itself, for real.
Awesome answer. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Good question.
All right, Erica. So we've come to the this or that. We're gonna pretend that we're gonna put a minute on the clock, and then also a buzzer.
Theoretical minute.
Yeah, theoretical. We'll go ahead and put all the geek gadgets here soon. But other than that, so we're gonna ask you this or that, and then the last bit, you'll build your top 5 WNBA team.
Ooh.
Okay,
fun.
so you can start thinking a little bit before we get to that. Okay, so let's begin. Let's put timer on the clock. Bing. And it says cereal first or milk first?
Cereal.
Okay. Halloween or Christmas?
Christmas.
Okay. Michael Jackson or Prince?
Michael Jackson.
Okay. Netflix
Easy.
or Hulu?
This was the one to jump
I was just watching Hulu, so I'm gonna go Hulu now.
Okay. Has live sports.
Okay, live sports. True. That is true. Cardio or weights?
Cardio.
Okay. Twitter or Instagram?
Twitter. Best app in the world.
Okay, bet. And then Lakers or Clippers?
Laker gang all day.
All right. Okay.
Best team in LA.
All right. We got to add that. We have to ask that LA question, you know, up in there. Okay. Build your top 5 WNBA team.
Whoa, that's tough. But I love people asking this question because it gets you a really good conversation and debate.
And it could be Erica. It could be all of you. If that's what you want, that's perfectly fine.
I ain't gonna do it to him like that. That's my dream team though. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so for my 1, I'm going to take. Dang, that's tough.
And it could be this gen, you know, previous gen, whenever.
Of course.
And no disrespect to anybody. This is just spur of the moment. She only has a theoretical 30 seconds left. So she's on the spot.
Okay. Got you. All right. So
she's
for my 1, frick. I'm gonna take Tarazi running the 1. Although I don't like her running the 1 too much, but I like her more as a 2. But I'm gonna say that because I'm low on time.
Okay.
Actually, no. Sorry. For my 1, I'll take Sue. I'll take Sue for 1.
Okay.
I'll take Tarazi as my 2. Yeah, we'll do that. For 3, I'll take my sister, DeWan Bonner.
Hey.
Nice.
For 4, I'll take. I'll take Team Thompson.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll take Team Thompson my 4. As my 5, I'll take. Do I want to do a small 5? Do I want to do a big 5? Do a small 5, I'll take Lisa.
Okay.
I can't leave Lisa out.
Okay.
If I do a big 5, I'm gonna say Seal.
Yeah, Seal.
Primetime Seal.
Yeah.
Okay.
The ultimate vet,
Yeah.
man. I love her.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
Okay, that's what's
up.
up. Mad respect on the list. Mad respect.
For sure.
Especially as your sister already having, like, you know, being a WNBA champion herself. That's kind of cool too. So yeah. All right. Well, thank you again, Erica, for being with us. This has been a blast to just get to know you. Hopefully, as well, all of your knowledge and your testimony and your experience reaches someone. Just like our friend Coach Chelsea Muir says, you know, this is part about God's ministry and you know, spreading the good news and the gospel. Yeah. And so we appreciate you for doing this again. Thank you again, fellas. Anything else before we close out?
No, just thank you again. Just to reiterate what Coach Mel said. Thank you for taking time out of your day. And then just one last question. You are in Hungary, correct?
Yes, I'm in Hungary.
Okay. And
Hungary.
okay, playing for who right now?
It's called KSC Sex Art.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got to add that to the list of YouTube watches. All righty.
Mm-hmm. For sure, yeah. Watch
for sure.
YouTube, for sure.
Thank you.
No,
well, thank you guys. Technical difficulties, and thank you for staying patient with me. Like I said, it's European Wi-Fi. Jacking up sometimes, so I'm grateful for you guys for being patient and having me on today.
Oh, thank you again. Blessings again, Erica. Good luck for your season in Hungary. Please stay safe out there. We'll be praying for you. And
thank you.
Good luck as well for the next upcoming WNBA season as well with the Washington Mystics. You have our full support. We'll be cheering you on, fam. We'll see you out there. Have a good time. We'll see you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Appreciate it.
Bye.
No problem.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Crazy, man. That was awesome.
Yo, we should have asked her for an alert for the next time she's gonna drop a dance something.
Oh yeah.
I'm all there for it. I like that energy, man.
Yeah, for real, man. This was great. Great sit down to speak with somebody who is where a lot of little boys and girls wish to be, and you know, to really hear it out first take and learn a lot of what it takes to get there firsthand is very interesting.
Yeah, she said something so important. She said, even though, you know, she just honed in on the little things that she can do. She worked hard, you know, those stuff you can control, not necessarily, you know, I gotta, you know, be able to make threes from the, you know how kids think these days. But that being said, I'm glad she said that. But thank you.
I enjoyed it. Like how you said, you know, she talked about the struggle and she talked about all that stuff that a lot of people nowadays, they don't think it's true. You know, they think everybody just gets to the top just because they get to the top. You know, they don't. Everybody has their story. So I enjoyed how she was able to share that with us and kind of let everybody know that it takes a struggle and it takes, you know, honing in on the little things to get to the next level.
For sure.
Yeah, thank you for reiterating that again, Kev, because that is very true. And a lot of people don't understand that, you know, it takes a lot of the behind the scene grind that a lot of people won't do. So we heard it here first. You know, we heard it here first. Well, fellas, great show again today, Kevin. It's great to see you and for you to be with us, man, fam. Thank you a lot, bro. We love you. Keep grinding out there. We have your prayer and support for you and R2B Ball. When you guys continue to, you know, keep changing lives and keep grinding with these kids, man. We're proud for sure.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Like I said, it's definitely been a blessing. Thank you guys, and can't wait to, you know, to get back and get it running over there.
Yeah, let's do it, man. I'm ready. I'm so ready. All right, everyone. Happy Sunday. Thank you again for tuning in for episode 10.
You know what I just realized?
What's up?
We forgot to ask her. It's Super Bowl Sunday, bro.
Oh yeah. Dang it.
That's okay. Well, that being said, who do you guys got? Who do you guys got?
That's right. I got Chiefs.
Chiefs. Okay. Kevin, who do you got? Chiefs? Okay.
Me too,
yeah, I want to go Chiefs, but something tells me that I'm gonna be disappointed. But I'm gonna go for Chiefs, I guess. We'll see.
It's Black History Month, so I'm going for the
Chiefs. I think it'll be a lot closer than what people think, though.
Yeah, me too. It's going to be a close game. A good game. Yeah, a good game.
Yeah.
All right, again, fellas, well, you hear it first. We'll see who wins the Super Bowl. Stay tuned for actually Thursday's episode that drops with a Super Bowl champion. Our last episode will be with him. So please tune in for that. Again, thank you for your support. Please make sure you subscribe and like all the previous guests who have been with us. This has been a blessing. This is Coach Mel Tarasi signing off.
I'm Coach Danny in your face.
And I'm Coach Kev. Y'all be safe.
You too. We'll see you later.